Today we're going to multiply fractions. And let's go over a couple of very important steps. There's two things you need to keep in mind. First of all, the first most important step is to change any mixed numbers into fractions. Change mixed numbers to fractions. So for example, if I have 2 and 2/5, this is a mixed number. Change mixed numbers to fractions. So to change that, keep the denominator the same, but remember we want a times plus. Times plus. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. So this is what we mean by changing mixed numbers to fractions. Another important step is to reduce before multiplying. Reduce before multiplying. So for example, I have two fractions and I start to reduce it. Well, let's see, I know that 11 goes into 33. 11 will go into 11 once, and then it goes into 33 3 times. So now that's a 1 and that's a 3. And also 6 goes into 12. 6 goes into 6 once, and 6 goes into 12 twice. So I reduced everything, and now I just go ahead and multiply. 1 times 1 is 1, and on the bottom 2 times 3 is 6. See that? We reduced before we multiplied. Otherwise we'd have 66 over some big huge number. Okay, we'll do 9 examples. So we have number 1, 1/2 times 5 over 7th. And is there anything to they're already into fractions. There's nothing to reduce. I can't do 2 into 5, 7 into 1 or anything. So I just multiply straight across. As a matter of fact, it's just like this. I'll write this for those who are still a little having trouble with fractions. So I just 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 7 is 14. And there's our answer. So if everything's all reduced, just multiply straight across. Now if you notice on the second problem, I'm writing it twice because I'm going to rearrange, I'm going to be making some changes on here. And if you look back on it, you're not going to know what the original problem was. So that's why I'm writing it twice. Now if you're using different colors, then that's no problem at all. Then you probably don't need to. So 5 over 27 times 9 over 25. So first I like to see what I can reduce. Let's see, I know 5 goes into 25. 5 goes in there once. See, that's my original problem. I'm going to leave that alone. 5 goes into 25 5 times. So now this is a 5. And that's a 1. 9 and 27. 9 goes into 27. 9 goes into 9 once. And 9 goes into 27 3 times. So see, now I've reduced everything. And now I multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. And 3 times 5 is 15. See, now you can look at the original problem and then see what changes you made to it. Just to let you know, I'm writing fairly small. Here's the bottom of my paper. Just give you some idea. So 3/6 times 4/5. So here's my original problem. I'm going to rewrite it down below here. And now I'll start reducing. Notice right away that 3/6, that can be reduced. Okay? Because 3 goes into both of those. 3 goes in here once, and 3 goes in here twice. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. Notice that 2 will go into 4. Because this is now a 2. It's not a 6 anymore, it's a 2. 2 will go into 4. Watch this. 2 will go into 2 once, and 2 goes into 4 twice. So see that I reduced like a couple of times. You could do that. You're allowed to do that. All right, on the top I have 1 times 2, that's 2. And on the bottom, 1 times 5, that's 5. Now we have a whole number this time, 12 times 3/10. Okay, so there's our original problem. Now let's do some changes to it. First of all, notice that this is like having a 1 under it. Okay, so the invisible 1 is sitting down there. And let's see if I can reduce it. Well, look, 12 and 10, 2 will go into both of these. Matter of fact, so 2 goes into 10 5 times, and 2 goes into 12 6. So that's going to give, and that's all I can do. 6 times 3 is 18. And 1 times 5 is 5. And if you end up with an improper fraction, go ahead and make it a mixed number. How do we do that? Let's see. 5 goes into 18 how many times? 5 goes into 18 3 times. That would be 15. 5 times 3 is 15. And 3 more makes 18. So 5 goes into 18 3 times with 3 left over. Okay, on my notes, I'm going to go up to the top of the page now.